Hello again. Now it's time for the code. So let's look here, the code editor. I'm going to stop the simulation. Here you can see that first of all we need to define some variables. First we define digit 8, 4, 2, and 1 to select the analog input for the different bits. Okay, for the first bit analog 5, for the second bit analog 4, for the third bit analog 3, and for the fourth bit analog 2. Then we need to create the variable sensor value 8, 4, 2, 1, the same to store the value coming from these analog inputs. Also, we need to create the variables, the integer value variables that correspond with the different segments A, B, C, D, E, and F, and we are using 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. If you remember, these were the digital outputs that we are using from Arduino. Then we need to define the pin mode as output for all these pins. Okay, and this is for the setup, and for the void loop. First of all, we need to use analog read to get the information from the analog inputs. We read digit 8, 4, 2, and 1, and we store it in sensor value 8, 4, 2, and 1. So depending on the values we are reading, we need to give power to the corresponding segments. Let's see the example of the 0, 0, 0, 0 that we can see here. Although I think it's better to start with this another example, with the 1. Let's hide the code. Let's start the simulation again. And here we're reading a 1 because we have 0, 0, 0, 1. Let's go back to the code. And let's see here. We can see in this segment here. Else if sensor value 8 equals to 1023, sensor value 4 the same, sensor value 2 the same, and sensor value 1 406, we are printing on the serial monitor 001 equals to 1. And in this case, I add these two lines of codes to see what is happening here. Serial print ln, sensor value 1 and sensor value 2. So we are printing on the serial monitor the analog, the reading of the two first bits of our input. So we are reading this and this. Okay, so we expect 0 and 1. And what's the reading? We can see here. We're going to stop the simulation. And here you can see that for the second bit is 406 and for the first bit is 1023. So this is telling us that a 0 for us will be 406 and a 1 will be 1023. So these are the numbers we are putting in our condition. Okay, so that's the idea. Remember something just to finish. Remember that apart from this, you need to define the conditions to give a 0. So, for example, in this case, when I put 1, for example, this, it will be 1, 1, 1, 1, which is 8, 13, 15. This is something that you cannot show using this display. So I define something in the code to give us an E symbol as an output. I think that I already showed this before, but you can see here also in the serial monitor the error message. Okay, that's pretty much all. So good luck with your project and try to finish successfully.